Okay guys, if you want to skip this introduction where I'm talking about what each category means from the significators, because I get all these questions, oh, I teach the same cards everywhere. No, these are significators. If you already been through it, know what I'm doing, just jump forward. At 5 minutes, this is when the reading starts. Okay, for those of you who don't know, please go through it once. That's all it would take. Okay, and also you can check more about this reading on my website, cattarot.ca. Thank you. Hi guys, these are July X series. So let me make this generic introduction for the new ones and for those of you who actually forgot about these dimensions that I'm exploring over here. And I am going to put the stamp down in the description so you can just jump through it if you already know what this means, but this is not going to be that long. Please check on my website for this spread. It is on the special. Currently it is $50, and I'm not going only 1 month when I'm doing a private reading. I'm actually going up to 3 months and exploring this actually much deeper than here on the site. So okay, the very first category, it is a 1. It is a magician. This is telling me, is this meant to be? Sometimes you can be 30 years with a person and it's just simply not meant to be. So we are going to be exploring this dimension. Then, so basically, do you have everything that you can lift this relationship off the ground, and is it going to be really that fulfilling? Then the second one is temperance. In the upper situation, we are seeing an angel that is merging 2 different people together and successfully, and look, there's this shine on going from his halo, right? But in the reverse situation, I want to see what is really not working out. So I mean, every relationship has its own basically cross to bear. So here basically we are going to see what is the obstacle, what needs to be glued in this relationship. Queen of Wands is generally representing sometimes fire signs, but in this spread I always use Queen of Wands because this tells me about dating, feeling at your best, because people do come back because they kind of like want to feel as best to each other, right? So that's what's going to be like one significator. And second significator for your partner, which could be male or female, it is up to you. It's kind of intermingling kind of things, is going to be Knight of Wands. So if this is like on and off relationship, more or less like if that somebody's an ex, because again you want him to kind of gallop on a big horse and kind of like get you, or you want this energy flying. Or for those of you who are going through you know, official breakups, would be King of Wands. So this is for on and off relationships, or if he's coming back, right? And now we have the 8 of Wands, and 8 of Wands is going to talk about the communication and the energy in between the two of you, just to see what's happening there. So Queen of Wands, how he or she sees you. 9 of Wands, how basically this person feels about themselves, what he thinks, what he feels. And then it's bringing me to Judgment. This is one of my actually 3 major karma cards, and or 4 in total, because I also include Ace of Swords to be one of the karmic ones. So simply, what is karma talking about is connection. And lastly, the last category is going to be 4 of Wands. So here I really want to see if you guys are going to the next level, the quality of this relationship, and so on and so forth. So this is this much about the spread that we are going to be reading here for July. So we're going to go first 10 days, second 10 days, third 10 days, and then I'm going to give you a sneak peek for the beginning of August, because I have to do that a little bit later, because on the 1st I would have way too much work on my hands. So I'm moving this from the 7th to 7th. And guys, don't forget that I have the other types of readings. I have karmic readings, I have past life readings, I have 20 minutes, 40 minutes, depending on how many questions really you have. What is really also important for those of you who don't know, that there is also a Viber on Facebook, and I'm trying to kind of like give you different aspects of each card and kind of like give you kind of positive notes. So join in, and anybody who shares any of my posts this month is entered into a contest for getting one of these 3 readings. And for those 2 of you who still didn't contact me regarding the reading that you want for June, please do. All right, so let's jump in. Hi Virgos, let's see what's going to happen with your exes. Okay, so both of you in on and off relationships, and those of you who still kind of like wonder about what could happen, what did happen somewhere in the past. Okay, so I did shuffle a little bit, but going to shuffle just a little more. So Virgo, July 2017 actually goes until 7th or 8th of August. So we are going to do first 10 days, second, third, and then preview of the first week of August. So Virgo for July and first week. Oh, the messages. Whew, Knight of Cups. If he or she is not coming back, guys, somebody is coming bringing love. Virgo, 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 July 2017 and first week of August. Here we go. Do not argue. Arguing is not going to get anywhere. So let's see what is in your toolbox, guys. The Magician. Whoa, King of Wands right off the bat. So for those of you who basically are out of a significant relationship, or who don't know where is this heading, this is kind of a sign that somebody wants to kind of like be on their own and play the field. For those of you who are a little bit out of relationship, this could actually mean that this person was unavailable. He was or she was with somebody else. So this is, we're talking for the first 10 days in July. So let's see what would need fixing here. Whoa, somebody is romanticizing the past, or could be an issue of children. So when it's reversed, means you're being stuck, like you are like really thinking all the best about your partner. Guys, be real careful. I always will remember Seinfeld episode where Elaine was dating this guy. I don't even remember what his name was, kind of like the beefy guy, and they kind of like separated, and then they saw each other somewhere down the road, and basically after 5 minutes he is saying, oh, I still didn't change my mind on this, and she goes, oh, I still didn't change my mind on that. So they just realize it's basically just the good emotions bubble up to the surface. So this is what it means. We start romanticizing the past because our brain works this way, that we forget the bad things. And yeah, I don't believe in negative thinking exactly, but remember that there was a reason why you guys are not together. So significators, look at this. Boy, Virgos. Okay, I don't know how to interpret this. Does he see you on top of you? It can be seen really that way. In making a child, absolutely, it can be one interpretation. Does he see, or she sees herself as a seducer? Because 9 of Wands are just like very energetic and seductive. Wow, what are the chances? And now if it's a Queen of Wands, this is too much. Okay, I was getting goosebumps, guys. Really, this is like too much of a coincidence. So what does this mean? So your partner certainly doesn't want to be single. Your partner is maybe a little bit self-absorbed, or maybe even oriented toward work, toward gathering things, or maybe their finances could be a little bit upside down. This also could mean they're actually not into something that is long-term, and hence they just want to seduce and romance you. So the first week you will have communications, right, and something will start to happen. But karma is saying like it's not going to be adequate. Somebody's going to say, well, gee, thanks but no thanks. So romantic offer will be rejected. And look, you have a temperance in the quality of a relationship, so something needs to be balanced. it does look like it's just like one partner wants what they want at the expense of the other partner. So let's see the second 10 days, like from the 11th to the 20th. Whoa. Now we see here 10 of Swords. Something is dying, something has died, something will die. And it's kind of like feeling of betrayal, feeling of everything is finished. But the good news about this card is like, okay, now you're on the bottom. The worst is over. What needs to be glued? Yeah, somebody's juggling two people. Now this kind of like makes sense. Yeah, I want to come and visit you. 2 o'clock in the morning, phone call. And I love you and it's always been you, right? And then that just vanish. You see, they see you as was willing to put up with them. Like, I mean, this is like moving on card. Look, it's going from kind of like murky waters to still waters and going to a better place. And now it means returning back, and looks like you're turning back to this pain. So yeah, look, you have been romanticizing the past, and something happens, they came back and they just like opened something that has been healing, right? So you have been healing. The angel is possible, kind of like to mend everything, but instead of healing, because of all these promises, it just opened it up, and it started to create mental kind of turmoil, issues, kind of like going in your head, even kind of blaming on yourself a little bit. You see, yeah, there was a third person. Rejection is God's protection, kind of a thing. Look at how much mental energy you have, and you actually are feeling even a little embarrassed about, you know, everything that is going on. Like, you're taking yourself down. Don't do that. It's not you who did that. Look at how many swords. There is like your partner pulling Houdini over here, Ghostbuster. So kind of like, I'm so tired of everything, I just like need kind of to be on my own. But look, like you both are really here injured from what I see. Oh my gosh, swords again. This is like the most unique reading I've ever seen, almost like teaching reading. And look at this. This is like making a decision, like between the two people, between the two things. Shall I stay or shall I go? Between the heart and your head, right? It's duality. Look, you have that here and you have that here. So the quality of relationship again is talking about a third person. It's just saying, look, somebody's here just to take and take and take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 7 cards, and 2 are you Virgos. So you guys, like, I mean, this is like so unusual energy for you. You really don't know how to react. You have been taken for a ride here. So let's see what happens in the third week. Last 10 days of July. Whoa, the Tower, and this is coming on 10 over here. So surprising event, or you're going to have so enough that it's going to be like, I mean, explosive situation. You kind of are not going to put up with it. It's kind of like karma is saying, look, I don't want you to suffer. You have been backstabbed, you're on the bottom. And it is good, like when you're like on the bottom, right? So you pressure something, it's kind of like the only way is up, and this is what is happening over here. The Tower is like Mars energy. It's like really strong push. So what needs to be fixed? Look, you guys, you Virgos need to be fixed. What do I mean by that? It means you have to get back in balance, because this is asking for you. It's going to be the new redo. It's not a facelift, it's soul lift that you actually need to get. And this is a really swift motion. So here is like suffering, depression. Oh my gosh, what is going on? This is like really horrible card to get, right? So it's not only that you're backstabbed, and not only that you kind of like have been, like, I mean, injured, even though you tried to work it out, but it's almost also raining. Like, I mean, come on. You see, and then you're getting, okay, so listen, I have to figure out what I want. I don't have to take whatever is offered. Yeah, sure, this is great, and this is great, and this is great, and this is great, but is this what I want? I'm not so sure if I want this. So you see, you are kind of protecting your heart at this stage. And this is actually not a bad place. Like in some decks, this card is called luxury. So I mean, you do have a luxury of rejecting things. Well, Ace of Swords. I love this card. I don't know if you're going to love it because this has air energy, and air energy is like really fast, really harsh. So when it comes to air energy, like in this card, this is a card of karma. It's like one of my 4 cards of karma, and something will be coming down like ridiculously fast, and that's going to be a communication, and it's going to be cutting in and out. So what's going to happen here, you will see either meaningful dreams, or things will come to you like while dreaming, while you're like waiting in a car, like on a light, and the thought is going to come through. This is mental. Just like pay attention to what goes through your head, what kind of like advertising sign you see, what strangers are talking next to you on the subway or a bus. This is really important because like pay attention to that, because you are being informed, you are getting information, and things will happen really, really fast. This also means it has 2 swords. You'll be cutting out, but you'll also be cutting in. You are kind of getting it. You are, because look, it goes 3, 2, 1, right? And you have the Tower here. Actually, it goes 4, 3, 2, 1. So what is he saying? Well, now your partner is becoming emotional or emotionally manipulative. Like, oh, you know, you're not doing this for me and I'm doing all of that for you. You know the story, right? Or even asking you to be something you are not. Maybe this is like why you are here, because maybe partner is telling you, if only you were this way, right? So you give somebody a cheesecake. Well, if only you had a chocolate cake or Black Forest. Well, this is what I had. Want it? Kind of a thing, right? So check it out. Disturbance at home. So some kind of family disruption. 10 of Pentacles reversed. So you have 1, and now this is reversed. So for those of you, right, who are out of serious relationship, it looks like karma is saying you have to take care of yourself. It's calling for you to really look what, if you really want to be with this person forever, because this is not suggested. This person is a manipulator. And what is the result? End of the month, you're doing nothing. Actually, that's not true, because the Hangman is not really doing nothing. It is kind of surrender to the circumstances. You see, the person is being tied to the tree or whatever. So take it metaphorically in life. So there is suspension. It doesn't look like fun thing, even for those yoga enthusiasts. So after a few minutes, you can imagine this can be like really, really pain. So why is this person not only willing to go through this pain, but also have this aura of glow? Because you're getting this. You're getting these thoughts. You are kind of connecting it. Like just like when we kind of put the puzzle together, this is putting a puzzle in your own head. And while you're doing it, this is just a mental energy, just an observation. So that's what you're doing. Okay, so let's see what's going on the first week of August. The Fool, but it's reversed. Now, this is an interesting card. I really love-hate with this card. The entire tarot is based on the Fool. So, from that perspective, it's extremely important card. And it's kind of a magical card because this is the only card that survived in modern decks. It's called Joker. The concept of 0 is the concept of God. So when this is reversed on the Tower and on the 10, because the 10 is also ending of something, it's saying basically that you have to figure out what is foolish, what is not foolish, and what things you're doing just to conform to societal norms, and what you really should be doing that you feel deep inside. See, the Fool is always looking to the positive, always. So this is really important. This could be a key card in your reading, guys. So let me tell you what this is. Let's say you are a summer student and you decide, well, I want to spend my summer in the UK, for example, right? I want to see London, but I have no clue how will I pay for this vacation. So you just have enough money to basically pay your trip and maybe pay a few days over there stay. But while you're there, you know, you kind of manage to get, you know, let's say a writing job or singing job or something, right? Well, there is another week, and then there is another week. So this is Fool's energy. You're only looking what is ahead of you. You're looking forward. You're looking up. That's why the Fool looks up. The sun is here, God's energy. So you have to figure out here, why did you stop looking up, guys? And why is it that karma has to step in and shake you, right? Check out my karmic readings. I can answer that for you, but if you kind of really know how to meditate, that can come to you as well. So, wow, what needs to be fixed is you guys are not one. The card named Lovers is basically the card of one. It's card of saying, okay, you know, temptation is great, but something greater might be out there. So which way do I want? So if your partner is not sure about this choice, should I kind of continue on this mountain, on the new kind of conquerors, or should I stay? And it looks like it's you. What is that sense of one for you? Because this is right on you. And maybe this partner wasn't one with you all along. So you're asking yourself, how am I actually trying to glue with this person when this person is like pulling away? And you are really going through this hangman. You're really going through this perspective. You know, you're going through this prism. You're looking at it from the different side. And all of a sudden, there is a different thing. You know, like this, what they call it, funny mirrors, when you kind of see yourself very fat and very skinny. Like they make mirrors right now for us that kind of make us nice and elongated, and it's all great until you get to the basically store and you have to try something. It's like, oh my god. So there you go. You actually are getting to this point. Remember, this was the card that fell out. No fear. No fear. I'm going forward. I am going where I want to go. See, that talks about possibly some kind of spying and maybe some kind of detective work, discovery, but that's in the communication segment, or this can also mean telling somebody off. Look, they have a Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. They have other people around them, maybe even the ex-wife. Maybe there is another woman, or they're continuously telling maybe you, well, I want you to be this emotional. Well, now I don't. Now I want you to be a good mother. I want you to be you want you to mother me. I want you to pamper me. So, well, kind of like upside down energy. Like really, Queen of Pentacles would be you, everything you are not. Queen of Pentacles is somebody who splurges money, but sort of like I don't know. It looks like the other person is like all over the place over here. I see karma is saying, guys, start moving forward. Slowly, build yourself back. Because look, this union for you is not going to bring happily ever after. In fact, what's going to happen for you, you'll be putting a happy face to the others, and you won't be happy. You won't be feeling this. So the key reading, key parts, guys, the Fool and the Ace of Swords. Figure out what makes you do foolish things, or if it's foolish at all, if that was just a lesson, cut it out. Because the sooner you start to heal, the sooner you'll be healed. So Virgo, this is just a general reading, and it doesn't have to be your situation. So for your private, please give me a send me an email, give me a call via my website, kikettarot.ca. Thanks, love you.